Really look at how does Ali beat George Foreman? How does Ali beat Sonny Liston? How do you beat this guy? How do you even beat Joe Frazier? Find the way he fights. He beats him because he refused to lose. But we have to believe that went divine and that we learned from our experience. We have to be successful. We have to know who you are first. I know who I am. People say it's a great time to listen to that. Whatever it is, I know who I am. But I'm so flustered and nothing. So flustered and difficult. And just when I'm doing what you hate me do, but do it like you love me. I never wanted to be obscure. I was born in obscurity and I never wanted to deal with that again. I'm invincible. I'm a savage. I'm ferocious. I'm smart. I'm savage. I know I wasn't going to die before I became a champ. When this is over, everybody's going to know my name. Did you ever fight somebody that you were like that they got you? Was there ever a kid that got you or no? Absolutely. In order to be good, you have to lose a stand loss. Because loss is their life. After the movie, the release came up and I leave come to the end. I actually have a why won't you just like him? I don't know how to have the spirit of your boomer going to be like him. And then I get transferred to this other facility for real bad kids. I met a German and I was a boxer and he used to teach me how to box. So he took me to a great training in cultivate, and that's why I'm here. I respect Ali and I'm worse than Ali. Yeah, this is the moment I want to be a fighter, unfrequently used. So your inspiration happened at 12 years old. Yeah, then you meet cultivate. How is cultivate treating you? Oh, this is way of leading you. This degree of his peeling on that stuff, that insecurity and development into character. And if I had a wonderful time with it, everything about life was about me. This world is one big school and we're a student in this world. The mind is always hungry. The mind wants to do good. But we get so many of this stuff that I might as well as the world to be positive. Listen, I've been down and up, broken up. And why am I still here? Because life is going to get everybody a bad hand. No one's going to leave here, but I'll be in trying life. So inspiration. So is that what got you to be willing to be disciplined to get what you want, like to become a champion? I've 14 years since I'm willing to have everything that makes to be a champion. Absolutely. Didn't I have cultivate to tell him why should he have it? That's one thing I never had in my life being, because I always got picked on and I never had jealousy and Venus about anything. And cultivate, that's that. You know, and he was coming. Why should he have all that money, you know? Why do you believe that he's better than you? Why do you think he's a better man? Why do you think he's a better man? And he was really serious about it. And that's what the competition is. That's the right thing. And I've been feeling the way I should. Why should he have and he's not better than you? How to jam that when you told me that 14? Would it piss you off where you're like, I'm gonna go train to whoop his ass? I get there one day, what was your response to it? I said one day, this guy wanted to really get in my head. He said, man, you're fighting good. I want you a bigger. I want you to like, can you know, and make me look like they had big body and they could intimidate somebody. And that hurt my father. I make sure the whole world will be afraid of me. He trained me to be totally ferocious in the ring and out. Yeah, and that's what I was. Push yourself more. Push yourself when you sometimes have to submit to yourself. I'm doing everything. First day in the morning, 3 in the morning, you do 4 miles come back every in the morning. Yeah, 4 miles come back and the body exercise, you know, and stuff. After that, I go after the Eberexers, go to the school, come back from school, eat my dinner, go back to the gym and sit with her. Train, come back at Eberexers. What fights start all over again? Everybody here is going to fight for what they love for, even if they never had to sit fighting there and right thing in the fight. All this and one time involved in it, so I wanted to be getting in the morning when it came from how to start it. Who's the first guy to invent it? As she's time on my work. How could you guys be there fighting me? How dare you even think that you could beat me? And you sound like a mathematician when you're talking about the art of boxing. I was going for it. There's nothing I would do unless I have a popular being humiliated, because when I succeed, I truly succeed. I was bred to climb high and high into the sky and tumble down. I am truly grateful that I found my wings before I hit the ground. Those of you out there, you lose it and you don't deserve the loss. You put in the work, you work hard and you lose it. And I need you to do me a favor this and the year to turn out around. Yes, you were rejected the last time, but go for it again. You were overlooked the last time, but show up again. Why? Because you are not finished. It is not over. You are not done. It is not too late. But what's the difference of dreamer from the doer? You'll break that down. 3 words, consistent follow through. Imagine a basketball player shooting hoops. How do you know what that shot's going to go with? How do you know what that person's just shooting? You know how you become a shooter. You know how you knock it down. It's all going to follow through. I know about tough times. They can make you or they can break you. Come on now. Come on. Bring it. Come on now. God not given us spirit and fear. So I have time to be fearful. I had to replace faithfulness with being fearless and creative and take the initiative to do something else with my life. I am going to make it. This is my comeback story. It takes place to step into your promise. It takes place to step into your destiny. It takes place to pull away from everything that is familiar, disappointed territory to become the person you were born to be. It takes place. So from the start, you must decide that you are used to remain where you are. Have you ever thought about inspiring somebody else? Have you ever thought about lifting somebody else? We need you to be enlightened in mental darkness. This world is going crazy. This world needs you to rise up. This world needs your dream. This world needs you to be you. Give as much time and energy to your dream as you do to your fears. That creates the opening for miracles to show up in your life. I need you to acknowledge the fact that you lose it. Are you hearing me? Acknowledge it only. Own up to the fact that I'm losing it. I'm losing financially. I'm losing. I'm losing in my marriage. I'm losing. I'm losing with my kids. I'm losing. Personal development. I'm losing it. I'm tired of losing. I need you to own up to it. I'm losing. I'm a high school dropout. I'm losing. I'm working minimum wage. I'm losing. I'm getting in trouble with the law. I'm losing. My mom may talk to me in the strained relationship. I'm losing. I'm asking you to control what you can control. You can control going to bed. You can control getting up. You can control being on time. You can control going to class. You can control showing up. You can control doing your homework. You can control your attitude. You can control being nice. You can control doing what you say you're going to do when you say you're going to do it. It's your boy ETSA. You want to be a winner and you want to stop losing? You've been a minor to ace and make the rest of your life the best of your life. Even when it looks like you're losing, you're winning. Never let uncertainty or doubt be the reason why you quit. Don't underestimate yourself. You do what you can do and God will do what you can't do. Take the initiative. Learn something new. Throw your neck on the other side. Be ambitious. Reach us for help. Not because you're weak, but because you want to remain strong. Make up your mind and expect things to get better for you. You need to walk into your future unconditioned, ready to grab the people that believe in you before you made it to the top. Go back and get them, but first you've got to condition yourself. Come on. Who am I talking to? I'm talking to that person that's tired of where they are. You have to find a way. You want to find a way. Get that cup. This is the way. You want to find a way. Get that cup. This is the way. You want to find a way. Get that cup. Not the answer yet. You will not quit. Do not take this life for granted. Live every moment. Know it. You will have no regrets. We are alive and breathing and capable of more than we can ever imagine. See, we all have these tough moments in life. Walt Disney filed bankruptcy 7 times and he had 2 nervous breakdowns. Oh, he was bent, but he wasn't broken. No, he kept creating. Someone stole his first cartoon that had great promise and someone stole it. Somebody on his team stole it from him. His heart was broken, but he didn't stay there being angry and bitter and talking about it. He created Mickey Mouse. Had that person not stolen his first cartoon, Mickey Mouse would not have been born. Many times when one door closes, another door opens, but we spend time looking at and talking about the closed door. We don't see the open door. Giving up is easy. It's succumbing to how you feel is easy. But hanging in there when you feel like you don't have anything left, now that's hard. So are you willing to make the tough decisions? Are you willing to stretch yourself? Are you willing to get up every time you fall? If you're going to get to the top, you've got to know what it feels like to be at the bottom. You've got to know what it feels like to crawl through the dirt and the mud and all of the things that you don't feel comfortable in being in. What do you see? What is your passion? I need you to commit to it. But I'm just going through your mind right now. I need it to be big and I need you to commit. I need you to think big and I need you to commit. I need you to make a plan and I need you to follow through. That is all success requires, the skill to rise up. Without failures or challenges, there could be no success. Man, you will get up and you will go up. Miracles happen when you give as much energy to your dreams. A dream of picking up the pieces and starting all over again. The dream of, if you get knocked down in life, try and land on your back, because if you can look up, you can get up. A dream that when a doctor looks at you and said you're terminal and you say no, you determine the diagnosis. God determines the prognosis. The dream that this has not come to stay, it has come to pass. Oh, when you give as much time and energy to your dream, to this new vision of yourself, look up. Your eyes will see. Focus. There's greatness in you. There's so many people counting on you. You've heard this a million times. A disciplined mind is full of attention. And that's true, because that person didn't do what they needed to do to advance. We all are born and we all are born. Now let me ask you a question. What are you going to do with your dash? Winning is not about the trophy and the accolades. It's about the grind. It's about the obstacles. It's about the challenges. It's about the pain. The reason I know so much about winning is because I've had to deal with so much losing. Everybody wants to win, but in order to know how to win, you gotta know how to lose. Because you're gonna lose more than you're gonna win. But what do you gain from it? You've trained some of the greatest of the great Michael Jordan, Kobe Bryant, Charles Barkley, Dwayne Wade. So you know something about winning. You know something about sustained winning over time. You might have to immediately shift back because now you felt the taste of something that you can only get through winning. Are you willing to do it again? And that was one of Kobe's favorite words when it related to winning. It says you have to be obsessed with whatever your win is. Be all in. 3 greatest lessons I've learned from Michael. Competing, accountability, and winning at all levels. When you win at all levels, what does that mean? You just don't win in one arena. You win in your sport. You win in business. You win in your personal life. Other people win because you win. It isn't just about you. It's about being able to pull the team and show them what it feels like to win. This isn't about playing basketball like Michael Jordan, like the late great Kobe Bryant, Dwyane Wade. This is about having the mindset to win. When you fail, your failure gives you excuses. You might make sure you're on the right. You look at when Kobe his first playoff series. He had this horrible game where he shot like 4 or 5 straight air balls. Now he could have come back next year and said, I gotta prove everybody this, man, you're too young, why'd you take? No, it was just like, you know what? That's on me. I have to hold that moment. Now I gotta prove to myself I can overcome this because now everybody else is doubting me, but I can't doubt myself. Everybody told MJ, don't go to North Carolina. You'll never play. You shouldn't be here. And Michael went out and he said, I don't need to prove to coach. I don't need to prove to boss. I need to prove to myself that I belong here. I always say you can have fear, but you can't have doubt. When I was working with my professional athletes, it required me to do a lot of traveling. And this story gets me every time. So when people say it didn't hurt, it still hurts. I was packing for a trip. My daughter walks into her room. She says, Dad, why do you travel so much? This is sweetheart. This is how I provide for the family. This is how I take care of you and Mom. This is how I put food on the table. She looks at me and says, Dad, if I eat less, please stay home more. Now people would think in a fairy tale, or most people would. I unpack my suitcase. I'm not going to take this trip. I'm going to let's go grab some ice cream or let's go out. I kept packing. Why? I had to set an example for her early. I wanted her to understand that sometimes in order to pursue what you need to, you have to leave what you love behind sometimes. And I want her to understand this is a lie, and there will set examples for you. I had a conversation with her later on to tell her why I did all those things. And during that conversation, she stopped me. She was, I get it. I understand. She saw the results. She saw how it brought us closer together. She understood my dedication to my craft and what it took to excel and what it took to be different. And what it took to stand by unpopular decisions, knowing that every successful person that I've met, every successful person that I know had to make those decisions over and over again. There are things that are going to have to take a back seat. You're going to have to leave a lot of things behind. The hardest thing with Kobe was getting him to stop. Yeah, okay. Take a break. Rest. Yes. Take the day off. That was the most challenging thing with him. Because over all the years that he had his success, it was about go, go, go. And then when I came on, I was simply like, I'm going to get you to stop. His 3 a.m. workouts were crazy. Crazy. You know, having to keep the Staples Center open later because he wasn't happy with the way he performed that day again. And I would not leave till he would leave. Really? Yeah. So we would be in the arena sometimes 2, 3 o'clock in the morning. Shut up. All the lights are turned off except on the court and we just keep going. We just keep going. What is the mindset of winning? They both had that. So I look at it 3 ways. So you have individuals that compete. You know, a lot of people that compete. You know, we all know how to compete. Everybody knows how to, you don't forget how to compete. We just decide not to anymore. But a lot of people compete just to finish. Then there's individuals that win, but they only win one time. It's easy to win and then never win again. And then there's people that win at winning. You can come back the same and not come back the same. You have to come back different. You have to come back better. Winning wants you to be different. Winning requires you to do different things. Winning requires you to think in a different way. Winning speaks its own language. Winning has its own way of recognizing you. Winning wants you to write your own story. Stop looking for steps. Those steps are infinite. Find your own path to winning. Because as the late great Kobe Bryant said, winning is everything. Subscribe and like. I had to go to funerals. We had to get on a plane. We had to drive. We had our own set of clothes to my age. Who died? Who didn't have insurance? We had to raise money. I had cousins. Shot in stores. Execution style. Shot back in it, twice. But you don't see that on YouTube. You don't see that on my TGI. It's a dogfight. My wife 3 years ago. 7 lesions, 5 on a parade. It's a dogfight. It hasn't been easy. It's a dogfight. It hasn't been a road. Success is like it's just a paved road. Like it, he goes this way. It's been rough. It's been crooked. It's been all right. But I've made up my mind that I will get a reward, no matter what I go through. I will not stop in the middle of the process. I will not be defeated. I will not be destroyed. I will take everything that happens in my life, and I will allow it to push me forward. You will not break me. You will not stop me. You will not defeat me.